All right, everyone, who's up for a Friday reading? I am. Thanksgiving over with. It's nice to be back. Not that I left. I think I did a Thanksgiving reading. Anyway, this is the Friday reading. It's one card for each sign. It's an exploded all signs reading on the table. I got no pre-shuffle. I just sat down and decided I'm just going to pull the Friday reading. I don't know. I didn't even do a pre-shuffle. Randomly at the bottom of the light seer deck I'm going to use is the world. It's a pretty powerful energy to start with. It's just random energy that happens to be there. Let's give the deck a shuffle. There's a paragraph at the top of this. Tells you why there's no timestamps if you're new here. Because you're all connected. You're all part of a cycle. It's just 12 cards on the table. No clarifiers. What's your person thinking and feeling about you? It's right there. We do it every Friday. It's a big hit. You'll love it. Pay attention to everything on the table. This ain't your horoscope. I'm not an astrologer. This is straight up energy reading. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. But if the title brought you in here, you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. All right, this reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. I'm asking the universe, what's your person? What's the runner side thinking and feeling right now, especially after that especially if they're in the U.S., after that damn holiday we had yesterday. Let's see where we go here. I'm just about there. Okay. Tomorrow for the weekly reading, which takes us into December. Wow. Your monthly readings are coming up next week too. I'm going to pull. I ask the universe what actions they're likely to take, and we clarify that one. All right. Overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table is the Ten of Swords. I told you, this is some powerful shit. The world was at the bottom when I randomly picked this up. It's the end of something. Okay? Whatever that is, because this is the overall energy, right? It's the environmental, it's the air, the energetic air that's over the whole reading, all 12 cards. Ten of Swords. So it's the end of something. Let's see what's fueling it just because it's this card. It's the end of sitting around doing nothing. It's sort of a do or die energy again. It is, with as spiritual as this month has been. And we have to take into consideration, if you watched my Q4 reading, October, November, December 2022, it's in the yearly readings playlist. If you watch that, you know December, all the stuff that happens here in October, November, it leads to a new beginning in December. That Ace of Pentacles crossed by a Fool, and it makes sense. So, the Chariot is crossing the Ten of Swords in the overall energy here. That is massive. Someone who's done nothing, there's urgency. Somewhere in between this is urgency. Let's see where we go here. Our story starts with Aries, it ends with Pisces. Everything matters. For most of you, about 9 of these will resonate. Write them down. I'll add it up at the end with 3 cards and a bottom card. Let's go. Aries. 3. The end of pain. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I said there's some urgency in between here. The Emperor drives the Chariot. 3 swords in the number 1 slot. Forget about the signs. Maybe next year I just get out of this in doing these readings with signs and just tell it to the way the universe understands it, which is slice number 1 of the pie. Right? It's 12 slice pie, if you will. Number 1 position, Aries, around that angle, we got 3 swords. We got Kurt Cobain in pain. I've got a lot of somebody here feeling too much is what I'm getting off of this. And it needs to stop. It's like I have an image in my mind's eye of somebody in a lot of pain reaching for that painkiller bottle, and it's shaking because there's so much in pain. Now, I'm not talking literally here, but it does explain the urgency between the Chariot and the Ten of Swords here quite a bit. This is a good sign. 3 of Swords is the most powerful card that ends the separation phase in these soulmate cycles. Okay? Taurus. That's good. It's a good start. I like that. Taurus. King of Swords. It is my king of action. He does hold the sword of truth. He's my king of truth, right? He is, but all I'm drawn to is the fact that he's sitting. Somebody here is sitting in the pain, okay? Sitting in what they ended and probably wanting to fix it, all right? But there is a lot of there's some reason this king isn't standing up. And I think it has a lot to do with ego. I think it has a lot to do with somebody admitting they were wrong and the grass wasn't greener. However, it is a good sign that the king is here because all your people want to take care of this pain. And what is the pain? The pain is everything that 1111 brought up. You know, the month of November is some spiritual shit. You know, these readings I've done this month have been deep. They've been very deep. They've been very draining for me. I've been taking naps in the afternoon. I mean, you know, so much so my wife noted it. She's like, you know, you sleep every day from like 1 to 3. What's going on? I'm just tired. It's draining me. All right? It's one of those months. Imagine what it's doing to your person if it's doing that to me and I have to swim in their energy, right? So somebody here is sitting, they know the truth. They know they fucked up. Okay? We'll see what happens. Gemini, 6 of Wands. Again, it all ties to this pain. It all ties to this 10 of Swords. It ties to the urgency of this. Someone knows what they want to do. What are they thinking and feeling about you? They know that they'd be happy with you. Okay? In the weekly reading, we'll find out what actions they're going to take. This is all a good sign for the weekly reading, having some serious forward movement in it. And your December monthly readings, which are coming up next week, having a big, great deal of movement in them. I'm sure they will. A lot less spiritual of a month, though. So I may not need naps in the afternoon. Cancer. You're all honorary Cancers in this cycle. This is the hot spot. Pay attention. It bookends Kurt Cobain or Peppermint Patty, whichever one you identify with, in pain. Okay? It bookends all this pain. These two, as the energy crosses, cross each other. Although these cards do feedback off each other all over the place, I usually don't share it all because I don't want to confuse you. Your job is to enjoy the reading. My job is to get the headache. All right, Cancer. 2 cups. That doesn't surprise me. And what did I say? Rewind. For fuck's sake. I said it. I said they need to resolve this pain. It feels like a pain that needs to be resolved. I gave you a mind's eye picture of somebody shaking, grabbing a bottle of pain pills and stuff. Yeah, two cups. Cancer, this is one of the greatest times for all of you, but in particular for the Cancer angle, because that's the card I pulled there. This is one of the best times for pretty much everybody, and Cancer included, to come together with your person. There's no doubt about it. It's very strong, and especially because it's the holiday season. I know that and there's no amazing Kreskin there with that. It's just obvious. If you're unhappy, if you're sad, if you're not happy with your life and how it's going, if you rejected something that you actually love and said you didn't, the holidays can be a very tough time, okay? Very tough time. My mind's eye picture of that proves it. This is good. This is communication here. This is what somebody is thinking. They're feeling the connection, okay? All of your people are feeling the connection. Cancer's person's really feeling it. All I'm drawn to is this rainbow electricity here. Somebody here on this, for my Cancerians, somebody here is very unhappy. Okay? They're very unhappy. And they're very unhappy that you two don't have anything. I think they're watching you or reading something or something. So in some way. It could just be looking at your picture. Maybe they got a folder with your name on it. Like if your name is Julie, it's called Julie. Right, and they open it up and look at the pictures, and they got all kinds of stuff in there. The copy screen grabs of things you put on social media. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a fucking Julie shrine. Carrie from Homeland, crazy board, with your name on it. Leo. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all, actually. Leo. Okay, the Leo soap opera. Everybody watching. Ace of Cups. This person can hold on and hold back and suppress all sorts of things. I don't know who this is because I can't tell you apart, Leo, from your soulmate. But I love the Leo soap opera. It captivates me. And one of the things that captivates me about this angle on the soulmate cycle is how this runner, whoever this energy belongs to, can bottle up the craziest stuff. I mean, it's like no problem at all for this person just to seal it up. And that's what they're doing. They're sealing back the pain. And this card tells me it's leaking a little bit. They can't anymore. It's getting, the pain is getting, our reading opened with pain. Look at that card. It's dark. It's ominous. It's painful just to look at it. The cards are reflecting the energy. The cards are pretty pictures for you, so I could show you the energy that you can't see. And it's very painful. They're pushing it out, but they're holding it back. But it's really pushing. Somebody here, I think in the Leo angle, somebody here is. I think I told you this before. I think somebody's going to have a blurt out session. There's going to be some fighting here. Probably right now. Probably this weekend. Probably. Virgo. We'll see what happens in the weekly reading when we check forward movement. Virgo, 7 cups. Virgo, you have nothing but options around you. Also, you have somebody that's thinking about you a lot. They're not doing anything, but they're thinking about you a lot. Maybe this is the time of year where you banged them. I don't know. You know, and memories are coming back. Weather can trigger, you know, specific seasons can trigger things. That's possible for some of you. But for the rest of you, somebody's thinking about you, but it's also your energies attached to this. You've got a lot of options. They're all pretty good, but one's better than the other. And if you haven't seen those options yet, you will. I suspect that month of December is going to be good to you. All right? All right. But somebody is thinking about you. Okay? A lot. I won't go as far as spank bank, but they are giving you some thought. They're feeling you right now for some reason. Libra, 9 of Wands. For once, I don't have to tell Libra to expect communication. It's an awoke person who doesn't want to be awake. Okay? It is... Sometimes this is one of those cards that has a lot of meanings. It comes across to me like a stubborn energy a little bit. Somebody is just holding themselves back from their own happiness. They're using their free will against their own best interests. Okay? It's getting a little thin. Alright, it is. That wall looks like shit. It's a 9. 9's of the end in tarot. I mean, you're picking up a theme here. Right? I certainly hope. I said you're all connected. You are. You're all part of this cycle. All that really matters here is we opened with three swords. And the overall energy is 10 swords and an urge to do something. In between is some urgency. But for a lot of them, they make excuses like, well, maybe it's too late. Maybe I can block this out. I've got 2 signs trying to block this out here. And it's not going to work. That fence isn't going to stop anything. All right? Hot Scorpio. But they are thinking about you. A lot. Probably too much. Every time they try to block you out, you pop back in. Well, that's there too. All right. Hot Scorpios. Why did I do that? Why that? 5 of Cups, that's why. It's always something with the Scorpio angle. Somebody, you're the one that got away, but they did it, and it's self-pity. It's just an energy of self-motherfucking pity coming off of that. That's what it is. It's self-motherfucking pity. Not just self-pity, motherfucking pity. It is. You're the one that got away, so they're gonna try to make excuses why what they've got on their side is good. You know, rather than take a shot at it. It's just what they're thinking right now. What they're thinking and feeling is what this reading is. Self-pity is the answer right there. You know, you're the one that got away. They know that they did it. That it's their fault because they never did anything. And I get that all the time for you. It's like, this person's very in and out. I think this will turn around. The 5 of Cups, along with the 3 of Swords, are the 2 cards, the 2 main cards that end the separation phase in the soulmate cycle. We need your person at this point. I wish they were in a little less self-pity, but we know they're insecure anyway because they've been afraid to approach you. So that doesn't surprise me. It shouldn't surprise you either. Sagittarius. Okay. 6 of Cups. This is nice. You always get something like that. 6 of Cups. Again, somebody is really, really thinking about the benefit of being with you. Why do I keep getting this? Why does this keep happening for you? I'm not going to give you another lecture. It may be good, it may be bad, I don't know. But I still think they're thinking about the wrong things. What I get off of this card, and I shit you not, is someone who really longs to be with you, right? Maybe, let's say for example, you were together with this person in the past. It's just an example, okay? I'm not calling it like it is. Let's say you were together with this person in the past and you had a dog. You had a golden retriever, a really nice one. What they're thinking about is how great it was to be with you because of the dog. They miss the dog, okay? What that means in the scheme of the energy, as I translate the energy back out to give you something so that you don't think I'm being literal, is somebody here sees some sort of, is thinking about you because you benefit them in some way, or you have something that it's everything but you. It's like who you are, what you are, how much money you have, how hot you are. It's not the you. It's not the soul of you. Okay? It is a soulmate, though. It's just one of the more unawoken ones. I guess unawake ones a little bit. I'm just being honest with you. I mean, as far as the 6 of Cups goes, yeah, they're thinking about you. They're just thinking about the dog instead of the person, metaphorically speaking. Okay? Whatever that dog is. It might be your hot ass. I don't know. But you want someone, you know, when it's a soulmate connection, especially a deep soul connection, you want something a little deeper than, well, you got a hot ass, so let's be together. You know, that's not, you know, that's an added perk. Okay? That's what that is. That's not the reason. All right. Capricorn. Watch the last energy update I did for you, I guess. I don't know. Or pay attention to your December reading, which is coming up. We'll see. And tomorrow's weekly. Capricorn. Seven of Swords. The energy around you isn't what it seems. All right, this isn't somebody is full of shit, or this is I've been getting this for you. Okay, I've been getting that you're going to have a conversation with somebody, and what they're saying isn't real. They're skimming the surface of how they really feel, or something along those lines, or they're being evasive, or something like that. What this card is saying here, as far as what someone's thinking and feeling about you, I think you're putting out an energy where you think one thing, right? Or you feel one thing might happen, and what you're thinking and feeling is a little off. Okay? It's not 180 degrees off. I think it's just a little off, a little bit. Okay? That's all I can tell you. This is what the energy is reflecting. The energy around you, things aren't what they seem. So keep that in mind. All right? All right. Aquarius. Hangman. Wait for it. That's it. Wait for it. As far as a runner goes, you have an energy, not unlike Virgo. A lot of the signs have been coming up lately. It's usually just Virgo and Aquarius where I get split energies. Lately, I've been getting I got them for Capricorn here just now. Your runner is doing nothing. They're just, they've got, this card, I will tell you, is feedbacking off this Five of Cups, and feedbacking off this Nine of Swords, and feedbacking off this Three of Swords. Okay? That's why I don't do timestamps, because I'd have to tell Aquarius, make sure you watch Scorpio, Libra, and Aries. And nobody would, right? Because that's not in my chart, son. And yeah, that's what you sound like. Okay? Fine. I'm just pay attention to what I'm saying here. A runner is really, really feeling bad. Again, almost like that, throwing punches at the wall and screaming your name, Beckmona. Beckmona, how did you get away? You know, like that kind of thing. Yeah, they got a perspective on that. But where your energy's attached to this, there's something brand new here, and it's been coming at you for a while, but this is something else. This is something very, very, this is almost like a spiritual rebirth that you're having very soon. I suspect either in the coming month or in early in 2023. Okay? Very big. It's very big. So pay attention to that. As far as the runner goes, the primary energy is this Five of Cups. It's just the same thing I told Scorpio. Pisces, you know, a lot of self-pity with this person. What's with the self-pity on the runner's side? Do they need a smack in the head from Steve? Is that what I gotta do? Do I gotta get on a plane and jump around and go to a bunch of different places? Smack, now I gotta go to the airport. Fly somewhere else. Smack, now I gotta go to the airport. You know, that's a tough life if I'm doing that, you know? I know rock stars travel a lot, but at least they get to stay in town a few days. All right, Pisces. Our story began with Kurt Cobain and pain. This is a story. This is your whole soulmate cycle laid out on the table is what they're thinking and feeling. Where do we end? The end always ties to the beginning, and Pisces is always tied to the number 5, Leo, over here. Don't have to know a Leo, doesn't matter. It's about angles. Okay. 3 of Cups. Yeah. I told you this cup is leaking. Somebody's been holding back. Pisces, somebody wants to fix this pain. They feel like they know they did this. They know they put 10 swords in it. They're going to get on the Chariot. I've got somebody here who wants to open up. It's not a third energy card. It's not anything more than the flow of water, the 3 of Cups. It's a celebration energy. It is. And I'm drawn to the stars in the sky here a little bit. So it's a bit of, they're actually manifesting, fixing this 10 of Swords, which explains the Chariot here crossing it, right? And the gulf in between of, well, it's sort of a mix of urgency and despair a little bit, I guess. Let's have the universe add all this up for us, all right? What this person's thinking and feeling. Let's see. Give me 3 cards and a bottom card, universe. Add all this up. What's going on here in the current energies? All right. So tomorrow we pull the weekly reading, which leads us into December. And this week, starting probably Sunday or Monday, I'll do the overview for December. And then, you know, I usually bang out all 12 of your sign readings in 1 or 2 days tops. You know, I sit down and do it. So, stay tuned. It's going to be a hell of a ride through December. I think it's going to be smoother for me. But I suspect we'll see some forward movement from these people. But I don't like this energy of self-pity coming in, or almost a despair energy. They're always it's always tough. You know, they've always been blame shifters. The Burger King, which we get a lot with the King of Wands and the out of balance Emperor, the entitlement, gotta have it their way, mostly ego kind of a thing. They're always blame shifters. It's always really hard for a blame shifter to realize it was their fault, and they get cornered and there's no way out. You know, there's nowhere they can shift the blame to. That's always very hard for them. So in one way, in one respect, this energy doesn't surprise me. Okay? All right. Give me 3 cards and a bottom card, universe. Add all this shit up. Let's go. Add it up. You want me to shuffle. You want an accurate read, right? You don't want me to just stop for no fucking reason. I'm running out of shit to tell you. Other than I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Speaking of Thanksgiving, our bottom card, which will be crossing the center card, this is a card we saw quite a bit in the Thanksgiving reading. Talking turkey with you. It's the Ten of Wands. There it is. Yeah. What did I just get done saying? Rewind. I think I summed it up nicely. I think the universe will back me up. It's hard when a blame shift in Burger King doesn't have anywhere to shift the blame. They're gonna have to take it. They're gonna have to realize that they did this, they screwed up, they cast something away that they at least are curious about. You know, there's a lot of love in these connections, in these deep soul connections. At the very least, they're curious about, it's almost an energy that feels like what would have happened. What would have happened here if I hadn't run? You know? It's tough. It's tough for them though. Blame shifters like to shift blame. You know, it's just the way it is. It's ego, it's pride. You know, they can't admit they're wrong. It's just, okay, 3 cards, here we go. 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, that's a card of giving. That's a card of equal give and take. But it's hard. Look, it's hard. But this, like I told you in the Thanksgiving reading, this is a very spiritual character here. In November has been some spiritual shit. Alright? And it's heavy for this person to realize these things. Alright? When the soul wakes up, your person, these runners, are an old soul. You guys are a soul connection. Deep soul, twin flame, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Whichever one it is. Okay? You are the same in the soul. Your souls are a match. It's just that these runners were a little bit too much in their ego and they'd shut the soul down. But they're just like you in the soul, or you wouldn't have a soul connection with them on this level, right? Otherwise, they'd just be a karmic or something, what the kids like to call a karmic, which just comes in to teach you a lesson. And while that is the case sometimes with these soulmate connections and these soulmate cycles, that they're here just to teach you a lesson you're not necessarily supposed to be together in this lifetime, that's not what these connections are. That lesson is more profound than something a karmic would teach you. Okay? These lessons are very, very, very profound and deep. Life-changing, right? You're one way. A lot of you, especially if you've been here a while with me, you could look back a year, right? I've only been here like a year and 9 months, but you could look back a year and 9 months if you've been with me the whole time. You're a different person now than you were before, right? Because once you know what's going on, it's easy for you to process it. All right, so somebody here is worried about giving to this for reasons I've already told you. What's the Ten of Wands crossing? 6 of Cups. Yeah. Look, it's an offering of something. I know it's hard to see on this card, but usually it's some little boy offering some little girl flowers, right, or something like that. Again, these are very deep soul connections. All your people are feeling the connection. I know that because I have the 6 of Cups here, and I have the 2 of Cups in the hot spot of the connection cycle. These are powerful connections. These are deep soul on crack, and for some of you, twin flame. This is some powerful shit. All right? And these people are awake. Whether they want to be or not, like I told you, they are. Okay? It's one of those, I don't want to be awake. And my response is, and yet you are. Like it or not, motherfucker. Let me tell you. Yeah, it's heavy. And they're all thinking about you a lot. You're heavy on their mind. Yeah. Okay. What's red with the Six of Pentacles? This ought to be good. It's the Hermit. Oh, the Moon. I'm sorry. I called it the Hermit because it is kind of a soul energy. It's all coming from the soul. It's the Moon. Yeah, it's just, they're afraid. It's not just about 10 of Wands. It's hard for this person to give. Yeah. Okay, fine. It's hard for them. They're feeling this connection. That's hard. It's hard for them to give. Yes. But with the why is the Six of Pentacles here is the Moon. It's because all this stuff has come up. The soul is awake. I Freudian slipped and called that the Hermit. It's an awake soul. She looked pretty awake to me, right? And I tell you what, she's pretty hot. I'd invite her in for a beer. I think I would. Crazy lady outside in the rain with a torch. Why not? What the hell? It's a good day to die. Come on in. It is what it is. I laugh because they can't fight this. Okay? I know what this energy is. And I know that this person here is just going to throw those sticks down. You know, they're way above carrying all these sticks. They're not a laborer. That's not what they do. All right? It's like that. So let them wallow in their self-pity. Let them feel Kurt Cobain in pain. Let them 10 of Swords think it's over. It's all what the universe told us. The 10 swords crossed by the chariot that was originally at the bottom of this deck is the overall energy. Is the moment they feel that, the Emperor gets on the chariot and does something. Because all this stuff isn't going away. They may not want to be awake, but they are. And that's what it is. And there's a lot of fear around this Moon. Okay? But I made a joke about this card. I'll tell you, I don't joke about anything that's not in the energy. I laughed at it. I said, what the hell? Invite her in. You know, crazy, kooky looking lady out in the rain. She's pretty hot, I guess, under that long dress. Got a torch and everything. You look out your window, you see her out there, right? Most people wouldn't invite her in. I would. I'd be like, hey, come on in here. You're getting all wet out there. You might as well get wet in here, right? It's like that. That means, that joke implies that this person's going to do it anyway. Even if they show up and they're a complete fool, most of them are going to do it. Even Aquarius' person who knows they blew it and they don't have a chance, Aquarius will get a fucking email from this person one day or something. Some kind of message in some way. And don't come at me with some bullshit like, well, they passed on, Steve, or some shit like that. They'll still get you a message. I assure you they will. That doesn't matter. I'll tell you what. All right, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Stay tuned tomorrow for the weekly reading, carrying us into December. I guess it's what? The 27th of November through about the 3rd of December. Wow. That's right on top of Neptune going direct, I believe. I think that's on the 2nd or something. I'm not going to pull on that, I don't think, because I don't usually pull on Neptune, but I will tell you that's going to have an influence. That's going to have an effect. Very spiritual effect. In fact, some of that's coming out right here. So we'll see what happens in the weekly reading tomorrow when I ask what actions they're likely to take, and we'll see what happens in your monthly readings, which are coming up at the top of this coming week. All right? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right. Good luck.